So very good morning and warm greetings to everyone joining us today on behalf of the Center for IMT-GT Sub-Regional Cooperation, or CIMT for short, and the Project Implementation Team, or PIT, on IMT-GT Palm Oil Cooperation. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the IMT-GT webinar on Oil Palm Smallholders Empowerment, addressing key challenges and advancing sub-regional cooperation. Palm oil is one of the most important commodities in the IMT-GT sub-region, supporting millions of livelihood and contributing significantly to economic growth and rural development. At the heart of this industry are smallholder farmers whose resilience, productivity, and sustainability are critical to the future of the sector. I think I saw the housekeeping rules. Perhaps we can go to that part earlier. Those who just joined, we do have some housekeeping rules here. So please ensure that your microphone are muted throughout the whole webinar unless you're invited to speak to not disrupt the event. Participants are encouraged to use the chat box for questions or comments throughout the event as well. We will read your chats and messages throughout the events. And then please kindly state your name and organization while asking the question so that it'll be easier for us to track. And also, please be respectful and professional throughout all the interactions. Also, our webinar will be recorded for documentation and reporting purposes. And also, please ensure your internet connection and audio settings are stable to avoid interruptions. The organizers reserves the right to moderate questions and manage the session timing accordingly. All right. So today's webinar brings together policymakers, researchers, industry experts, development partners, and smallholder representatives to exchange experiences, identify challenges, and explore practical solutions that can strengthen smallholder empowerment across the sub-region. Throughout today's discussion, we hope to generate meaningful insights that will contribute towards the development of future IMT-GT cooperation on palm oil smallholder empowerment. So ladies and gentlemen, to provide an overview of today's webinar, its objectives, and the broader context of IMT-GT cooperation on palm oil, it is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Amri Bahtiar, Director of the Center of IMT-GT Sub-Regional Cooperation, CIMT. Mr. Amri, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Alia. Yang Bahagia Datuk Razali bin Muhammad, Deputy Secretary General Plantation and Commodities, Ministry of Plantation and Commodities Malaysia, and Chair of the Project Implementation Team on IMT-GT Palm Oil Corporation, members of the IMT-GT Project Implementation Team on Palm Oil Corporation from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, distinguished speakers and moderators, esteemed participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, selamat pagi, sawadee-krap. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the IMT-GT webinar on Oil Palm Smallholder Empowerment, addressing key challenges and advancing sub-regional cooperation. Allow me to begin by expressing our sincere appreciation to Yang Bahagia Datuk Razali bin Muhammad as Chair of the Project Implementation Team on IMT-GT Palm Oil Corporation for his leadership and continued guidance in advancing palm oil cooperation under the IMT-GT framework. My appreciation also goes to all PIT members from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand for their active support in preparing this webinar. I would also like to thank our distinguished speakers, moderators, and everyone involved in the preparation of this event, as well as all participants who have kindly joined us today. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, palm oil is a strategic commodity for Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. It plays an important role in economic development, trade, employment, and rural livelihoods. Collectively, our three countries are major contributors to the global palm oil sector, and this position comes with both opportunities and responsibilities. At the center of this sector are the smallholders. They are the backbone of the palm oil industry and play a critical role in ensuring the long-term competitiveness, resilience, and sustainability of the palm oil value chain. Across the IMT-GT sub-region, smallholders manage a significant share of all palm areas. In Thailand, for instance, the sector is predominantly smallholder based. This shows that any effort to strengthen the competitiveness and sustainability of the palm oil sector must place smallholders at the heart of our cooperation. However, smallholders continue to face persistent and interconnected challenges. These include productivity and farm management constraints, institutional and technology gaps, financial and investment barriers, market access and price volatility, as well as sustainability and external pressures. While each member country has introduced various policies to support smallholders, many of the challenges we face are shared. This creates strong rationale for IMT-GT to serve as a platform for knowledge exchange, policy dialogue, and practical collaboration that can complement national efforts and accelerate progress at the sub-regional level. Today's webinar is both timely and important. It builds on the outcomes of the dialogue on sustainable palm oil supply chain in the IMT-GT sub-region held in Bangkok last year, which highlighted the need for stronger coordination at the sub-regional level. One of the key priorities identified was the development of a joint IMT-GT Smallholder Empowerment Roadmap or work plan to guide practical cooperation among member countries. In this regard, today's webinar serves as an important step to move our discussion forward. The purpose of today's webinar is not only to exchange information, but also to identify what has worked, what has not, and why IMT-GT cooperation can add value. Today's webinar provides an opportunity to move beyond the discussion of challenges and focus on practical solutions. Through session 1, we look forward to learning from existing national and regional initiatives. These include programs relating to replanting, financing, productivity improvement, and smallholder organization. More importantly, we hope to understand the implementation challenges behind these initiatives, including areas of affordability, administrative complexity, and scalability. Through session 2, we will focus on forward-looking approaches to smallholder empowerment under IMT-GT cooperation. This may include collaboration in financing and replanting support, certification acceleration, technology adoption, market access improvement, price stabilization, and cooperation with international partners such as the Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, for CIMT, the value of sub-regional cooperation lies in its ability to complement and add value to existing national efforts. IMT-GT can help identify common priorities, facilitate knowledge exchange, promote cross-border collaboration, and support practical initiatives that can benefit the sub-region collectively. At the same time, we must be realistic and focused. Today's discussion should help us identify a limited number of priority areas that are practical, implementable, and aligned with the needs of smallholders. As we proceed, I encourage all speakers and participants to share your insights openly and constructively. We are particularly interested in practical lessons from implementation, what barriers remain, what support has proven effective, and what can be done better through cooperation among Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. On behalf of CIMT, I once again express our sincere appreciation to the PIT Palm Oil members, all speakers, the moderators, and participants for your valuable contribution. CIMT remains committed in supporting member countries to advance practical and results-oriented cooperation under the IMT-GT framework. We look forward to translating today's discussion into meaningful follow-up action for the benefit of all palm smallholders in the sub-region. On that note, I wish everyone a productive and insightful webinar today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Amri, for setting the stage for today's discussions and outlining the importance of strengthening collaboration to address the challenges faced by oil palm smallholders across the IMT-GT subregion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to officially commence today's program, it is my pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Razali Muhammad, Chair of the Project Implementation Team on IMT-GT Palm Oil Corporation, to deliver his opening remarks. Yang Berbahagia Dato', please welcome.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Thank you, Alia. Mr. Amri Buhari Bahtia, Director of Center for IMT-GT Sub-Regional Cooperation, CIMT, distinguished speakers and panelists, representatives from Indonesia, Malaysia and Thailand, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to join all of you today at the IMT-GT webinar on Oil Palm Smallholder Empowerment, addressing key challenges and advancing sub-regional cooperation. First and foremost, I would like to extend my appreciation to the Center for IMT-GT Sub-Regional Cooperation and all members of the project implementation team on palm oil cooperation for organizing this timely and important program. I would also like to thank all speakers, participants, and stakeholders for your presence and continued commitment to strengthening the palm oil sector within the IMT-GT sub-region. Ladies and gentlemen, palm oil remains one of the most strategic commodities for Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, contributing significantly to economic growth, trade, employment, and rural development. Collectively, our three countries play a leading role in the global palm oil industry and bear a shared responsibility in ensuring that the sector remains competitive, sustainable, and inclusive. All the heart of this industry are our smallholder. Across the IMT-GT sub-region, millions of oil palm smallholder contribute substantially to palm oil production while supporting the livelihood of rural communities. Their efforts are fundamental to the success and resilience of our palm oil sector. Despite their significant contribution, smallholders across the IMT-GT sub-region continue to face persistent structural challenges that converge around the 5 common issues, namely productivity and farm management constraints, institutional and technologies gap, financial and investment barriers, market access and price volatility, and sustainability and external challenges. This interconnected issue not only affects smallholder livelihood, but also pose broader implications for the competitiveness of the sub-regional palm oil supply and value chains. It is therefore essential that we are continue to strengthen our cooperation under the IMT-GT framework to develop practical and impactful solutions for our smallholder. Ladies and gentlemen, today's webinar provides an important platform for us to exchange experience, review existing initiatives, and learn from one another's success and challenges. More importantly, it offers an opportunity to identify gaps that remain difficult to address at the national level and explore areas where sub-regional cooperation can add value. I am particularly encouraged that today's discussion will refine potential approach towards the development of an IMT-GT smallholder empowerment work plan that is practical, action-oriented, and responsive to the needs of our smallholder. Such a work plan should focus on delivering tangible outcome, enhancing smallholder livelihood, and strengthening the long-term sustainability and competitiveness of the palm oil sector across our sub-region. I encourage all participants to actively engage in the discussion, share your perspective openly, and explore innovative ideas that can strengthen collaboration and create lasting benefit for our smallholder and communities. With that, I wish you a productive and fruitful webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dato, for your insightful remarks and for highlighting the importance of empowering smallholders as a key pillar of a resilient, competitive, and also sustainable palm oil sector. All right, everyone, before we proceed with the session, I would like to invite everyone to open their camera for us to take a photo together. May we please have everyone opening their camera? Great. Well, everyone's looking good today. All right. All right, is the organizer ready to take a photo? All right, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, I would like for everyone to do this, the IMT-GT triangle. Can you guys see me? Yeah, can everyone see me? So please, everyone, the triangle. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, thank you, everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will now move to our first session, which focuses on existing initiatives aimed at addressing the key challenges faced by oil palm smallholders in the IMT-GT subregion. This session will provide valuable insights into current programs, implementation, experiences, lessons learned, and the remaining gaps that continue to affect smallholder productivity, sustainability, and market access. Also, we will set a timer for each session. You can see it on the top of the screen, and each speaker will get 15 minutes. And once your time is up, you will actually hear a little ding, a very soft one. So speakers, please be aware, and also for the moderator. To facilitate this session, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Kamaruddin Muhammad Saleh, Research Officer, Economic and Industry Development Division, Malaysian Palm Oil Board, MPOB. Mr. Kamaruddin will introduce the speakers and moderate the session. Mr. Kamaruddin, over to you.
Thank you, Alia. Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi, sawadikap, and a very good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen from across the Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand Growth Triangle. It is my pleasure to moderate Session 1, National and Regional Initiative Implementation Challenges and Lessons Learned. Today, we address the ground realities of our economic backbone, our oil palm smallholders. Despite their importance, smallholders face severe challenges such as low productivity, aging tree, land legality issues, rising costs, and complex global sustainability mandates. Over the next hour, we will examine what works, what does not in our national programs. Our goal is to identify the critical gaps that national policies cannot solve alone, laying the groundwork for Session 2, Sub-Regional Action Plan. This morning, we are joined by 3 outstanding experts from Malaysia, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. Let us first welcome our first presenter, Dr. Im Muharram, representing the Republic of Indonesia. Dr. Im is a distinguished agricultural policy executive with nearly 20 years of public sector experience, currently serving as the Director of Palm Oil and Other Palm Crops at the Ministry of Agriculture, Indonesia. He holds a PhD in Natural Resources and Environmental Management from IPB University and a master's degree in Agricultural Economics from Brawijaya University. In recognition of his public policy contribution, Dr. Im has received the National Outstanding Plan Award and the prestigious Satya Lencana Karya Satya Presidential Award. Today, Dr. Im will walk us through the sustainability of Indonesian palm oil, detailing the smallholder replanting program, ISPO governance, and the financial and legal and land legality challenges faced by the independent smallholders. Dr. Im, you have 15 minutes. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Pak Kamaruddin, Saleh for good morning. Good morning, everybody. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sawadikap, assistant participant, colleague, and representative of the IMT-GT members countries. It's my honor to share Indonesia experience and initiative in promoting the sustainability of the palm oil sector. Today, I will present the current condition of Indonesia palm oil sectors, the challenges we face, our effort to improve smallholder productivity through the replanting program and the implementation of the Indonesian Sustainable Palm Oil Certification System for ISPO. I'm sorry, committee. For the presentation is for my my monitor or for the committee?
You give us a second, sir. We're having a little bit of a technical issue.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Maybe to the next slide. Palm oil is one of the Indonesia's most strategic agricultural commodities. As you know, Indonesia currently manage 16.30 million, 8 million hectares of oil palm plantation, producing around 45.4 million tons of crude palm oil annually. The sector generate export earning of 22.8 billion US dollar in 2024. And palm oil provides employment for around 4.2 million workers directly and support approximately 12 million indirect jobs throughout the value chains. Palm oil is also contributes around 3.5% of Indonesia GDP and plays a critical role in ensuring national food security through cooking oil production. In addition, palm oil is an essential component of Indonesia renewable energy strategy through biodiesel programs such as B40 and the upcoming B50 mandate, which help reduce dependence of on fossil fuel and lower greenhouse gas emission. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, thank you. Indonesia is the world's largest palm oil producer with a total plantation area approximately 16.83 million hectares as on this slide. Private plantation account for 51% of the total area, smallholder 41%, and the state-owned plantation 3%. Since 2019, the plantation area has expanded significantly, accompanied by an increase in the number of oil palm farming household from 6.79 million to approximately 7.54 million. Indonesia continues to maintain strong palm oil production, reaching around 46.55 million tons in 2025. Although productivity has fluctuated due to aging tree, climate changes, and replanting activity, it is expected to improve to 3.61 tons per hectare in 2025. Next slide. Although plantation area has continued to expand over the years, productivity growth has not kept pace. Indonesia currently has more than 7.5 million smallholder involved in oil palm cultivation. Smallholder manage approximately 41% of national plantation area. Current smallholder productivity average only around 2 to 3 tons of CPO per hectare per year. However, with the adoption of certified seeds, good agricultural practices, and proper plantation management, productivity can potentially reach 4 to 6 tons per hectare annually. Several factors to low productivity, including aging tree, the use of uncertified planting materials, unresolved land legality issue, weak farmer institution, fluctuating fresh fruit bank prices, and limited farm mapping coverage. Next slide. Yeah, Indonesia faces a number of structural challenges in developing a sustainable palm oil sector. First of all, productivity remains low due to uncertified planting material and inadequate implementing of good agricultural practices. Second one, the human resource capacity among farmers and farmer organizations remains limited. Third, land-related issue continue to be significant challenges, particularly overlaps between plantation area and forest zone or land use right concession. Fourth, many farmers still lack legal documentation, such as land ownership certificates and cultivation registration certificate. Additional challenges include fragmented land holdings, insufficient infrastructure, limited access to financing, rising production costs, inefficient supply chains, and suboptimal utilization of biomass and plantation waste. These challenges require integrated and collaborative solution involving government, industry, farmers, and development partner. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, to address the declining productivity caused by aging plantation, Indonesia launched the smallholder oil palm replanting program known as PSR. The objective of the program is to replace all an unproductive oil palm tree with high-yielding certified planting materials. The program serves as a strategic intervention to improve productivity without expanding plantation area, thereby supporting both economic growth and environmental conservation. PSR is one of Indonesia's most important sustainability initiative because it promotes intensification rather than expansion. Next slide, please. The Palm Oil Fund Management Agency, or BPDP, plays a central role in supporting sustainable palm oil development. The agency finances several strategic programs, including the smallholder replanting program, support for facilitating and infrastructure, human resource development, education and training, extension services, technical assistance, and research and development. Through this program, BPDP aims to improve productivity, strengthen farmer capacity, enhance competitiveness, accelerate sustainable implementation across the sector. This integrated approach ensures the sustainability is supported not only through regulation, but also through investment. To strengthen support for smallholder, the government has gradually increased the planting assistance. The funding level increased from 25 million rupiah per hectares in 2017 to 3 million rupiah per hectare in 2020, and currently reached 60 million rupiah per hectare. The program is implemented across 21 provinces and follows a systematic process that includes socialization, facilitation, proposal submission, verification, technical recommendation, fund disbursement, implementation, monitoring, and reporting. This financing support significantly reduce the burden on farmer and encourage greater participation in replanting activities. Next, please. For the mechanism, replanting implementation mechanism is implemented through two approaches. The first is the regional agency path involving farmer organization, district government, provincial government, the Directorate General of State Crop, and BPDP. The second is the partnership path, which involves cooperation between farmer organization and private plantation companies. Both approach ensure the farmer receive technical guidance, institutional support, and monitoring throughout the replanting process. Strong collaboration among stakeholders is essential for successful implementation. Next slide, please. Since its launch, the PSR program has achieved significant progress. As June 2026, more than 193,000 farmers have received technical recommendation covering approximately 428,000 hectares. Meanwhile, more than 185,000 farmers have received funding disbursement for approximately 426,000 hectares. The total amount of fund disbursed has reached approximately 12.09 trillion rupiah, equivalent to around 679 million US dollar. This achievement demonstrates Indonesia's strong commitment to improving smallholder productivity while promoting sustainable plantation management. Despite substantial progress, several challenges remain. Land legality continues to be a major issue due to overlapping claims and incomplete legal documentation. Financial support is often insufficient, while access to commercial credit remains difficult. One of the most critical concerns is income loss during the replanting period, as farmers may experience 3 to 4 years without harvest. Other challenges include weak farmer institution, incomplete database, and concerns related to legal enforcement processes. Addressing this challenge is essential to increase more farmer participation and improve program effectiveness. Next. To address these constraints, the government has undertaken several corrective measures. For land legality issue, coordination is being strengthened with the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, the Ministry of Agrarian Affairs and Special Planning, and other relevant agencies. Financial support has been increased substantially, while partnership scheme between companies and farmers are being promoted. To reduce income loss during replanting, intercropping system are encouraged as alternative income sources. Farmer capacity building program continue to be expanded through training, extension services, and technical assistance. At the same time, efforts are underway to improve farmer database and ensure more accurate program targeting. Next, please. Next. Beyond productivity improvement, Indonesia is committed to strengthening sustainability governance through ISPO certification, or Indonesia Sustainable Palm Oil. ISPO serves as Indonesia national sustainability standard for the palm oil sector. The certification system aims to ensure the palm oil production is economically viable, socially responsible, culturally appropriate, and environmentally sustainable. ISPO reflects Indonesia's commitment to sustainable development while maintaining compliance with national law and regulation. Next slide. ISPO certification provides written assurance that plantation management and palm oil product comply with sustainability standard. The certification process includes conformity, assessment, auditing, monitoring, and continuous improvement. Through ISPO, Indonesia seeks to improve transparency, accountability, and market confidence in its palm oil product. The certification also supports a global effort towards sustainable supply chain. ISPO is based on several key principles. This include compliance with laws and regulation, implementation of good agricultural practices, environmental management and biodiversity conservation, labor responsibility, social responsibility, transparency, and continuous improvement. For downstream industry and bioenergy businesses, additional emphasis is placed on traceability and sustainable processing practices. Next. To strengthen the implementation of sustainable palm oil, Indonesia established a new ISPO governance system under Presidential Regulation Number 16 of 2025. The ISPO committee is chaired by the Coordinating Ministry for Economic Affairs and vice chaired by the Coordinating Ministry for Food Affairs, reflecting the strategic importance of palm oil for economic growth, food security, and sustainable development. Three ministries serve as field chairs: the Ministry of Agriculture, which oversees plantation management and certification; the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, which support bioenergy development; and the Ministry of Industry, which promote sustainable downstream industry and value-added products. The committee is further support of key ministry and institutions, including the Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Forestry, Ministry of ATR BPN, Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Home Affairs, along with the business association, academics, and independent monitor. Next, please. As of April 2026, total of 1,580 plantation entities have been registered under the ISPO certification system. Private plantation dominate certification achievement with 1,284 entities or 80%, followed by 179 smallholder entities and 122 state-owned plantation entities. Of the total certified entities, 1,390 certificate or 80% remain active and valid, demonstrating a strong commitment to sustainable palm oil practices. We are so pleased to see steady progress in certification implementation. The number of active ISPO certificate increased from 1,042 in February 25 to 1,319 in April 26, representing a growth of approximately 33%. Next, please. This positive trend reflects increasing awareness and commitment among the stakeholders to strengthen the sustainability, credibility, and competitiveness of Indonesia palm oil in a global market. Despite the progress, several barriers continue to limit ISPO adoption among smallholders. These include land legality issue, limited understanding of sustainable concept, weak farmer organization, certification costs, a limited digital traceability system, and market perception regarding certification requirement. Addressing this barrier requires a coordinated effort among government institutions, private sectors, and actors, civil society organization, and development partners. Next, Indonesia recognize that sustainability cannot be achieved by government alone. The National Action Plan for Sustainable Palm Oil provides a framework for collaboration among government agency, BDP, local governments, companies, farmer organization, NGO, and international development partners. Support includes farmer registration, training, certification assistance, capacity building, data strengthening, environmental management, and dispute resolution. This collaborative approach is essential for accelerating ISPO implementation and improving market access for sustainable palm oil products. Indonesia remains fully committed to ensure that palm oil contributes to economic growth, social welfare, food security, energy security, and environmental sustainability. Through productivity improvement, smallholder empowerment, replanting initiative, and ISPO certification, we are building a more sustainable and inclusive palm oil sector. We believe that cooperation among IMT-GT member countries will further strengthen regional sustainability effort and enhance the global competitiveness of palm oil. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to our discussion exchange of experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Im, for the comprehensive and data-driven presentation. We learned that even though smallholders manage 41% of Indonesia's total hectareage, They operate with a massive yield gap, half of the potential yield. And your insight on the PSR grant increases to 60 million rupiah per hectare, and the 3 to 4 year unproductive transition period are critical lesson for us. So we will return to this point in our discussion. Yeah, our second presentation brings us to the Malaysian landscape. Please welcome Mr. Saifullah Maknoor. Mr. Saifullah is the Chief Executive Officer of Felda Plantation Management Sdn Bhd, with over two decades of experience in large-scale agricultural operation. His career spanned leadership role across several Felda regions, including serving as Regional Director for Raja Alia, Segamat, and Johor Bahru. Mr. Saifullah holds an MBA from University Kebangsaan Malaysia and a Bachelor in Agribusiness from University Putra Malaysia. Today, Mr. Saifullah will present on empowering the oil palm smallholder, national realities and regional imperatives, discussing how Felda's centralized model addresses extension services, technology adoption, and MSPO compliance, while outlining the structural gap between organized and independent smallholders. Mr. Saifullah, you have 15 minutes. We look forward to your presentation. Over to you, Mr. Saifullah.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Kamaluddin. So, I'm Saiful from Felda. Today, I'm going to representing on behalf of Felda. Actually, take this opportunity to thank you. Give the opportunity to share our experience and insight of sustainable agriculture development and smallholder empowerment. Today, I will briefly introduce about Felda, a bit about Felda, share the challenges we have encountered, and discuss how this lesson can contribute to the IMT-GT agenda in building a more sustainable and resilient agriculture ecosystem. So we move to next slide. So this is a little bit background at Felda. So Felda was established in 1956 and remained as a Malaysia's largest land development agency. For information, this coming July, Felda will celebrate 70th birthday of establishment in Malaysia. For almost 7 decades, Felda has played a significant role in poverty eradication and rural economy, social economy development. Today, Felda manage more than 811,000 hectares, including approximately 470,000 hectares of oil palm plantation across 317 schemes. More importantly, Felda support over 112,000 settler family and contribute approximately RM12 billion to the rural economy, making it a pillar of the national food security and agriculture development. So next slide. So here I share about the key role of Felda. As we know, Felda is not a plantation management, but we go beyond the plantation management. We focus on improving the social economic well-being of settlers, managing and developing agricultural land, strengthening community welfare, and investing in human capital development. At the same time, we promote economic diversification, support food security objective, and ensure sustainable asset management for the future generation. This holistic approach allows us to balance economic growth with the social development. So this is the role of Felda. We are not managing the land, but we manage the settler and the generation also. So this is an important role of Felda. So next. So what we can see here before, as a structured organization, manage the settler land. So we keep on increasing the yield every year. So what you can see in the slide, in 2023, we managed to get 17. In 2024, we moved to 20 tons per hectare, and 2025, we get best achievement is 21.30. And we try to get the best in 2026 to maintain the 21 tons per hectare. So as we can see, we are better than the other settler, independent settler, which all the record been recorded in MPOB as our benchmark. So next slide, please. So here I will share why FEDA experience is important for IMT-GT. So we can see here the what's the important thing. We divide in 3 areas in scale, sustainability, and the transformation. So in scale, we have managed hundreds of thousands of hectares through the structure and the centralized system. And the sustainability, we have gone through transition from the traditional agriculture practices to the compliant with the global sustainable standard as a MSPO. And you can see the transformation. We have learned how to encourage community to adopt new technology and modern agriculture practices. So this is what I can say in the what FEDA experience and important as a learning to drive efficiency throughout the sub-region for IMT-GT. So next. So what I can see here is this slide is highlight the 3 major warning zones that limit the performance and the sustainability of smallholder in oil palm plantation. This challenge need to be addressed to improve productivity, compliance, and long-term competitiveness. So as you can see, the at the warning zone 2, without attracting younger farmer and improving farm consolidation or collaboration, it will be difficult to achieve a sustainable growth and higher productivity. So we can see the cost of compliance also. Compliance with the sustainability standard is increasingly important, but many smallholders struggle with the associated cost, documentation, and resource requirement. Regarding the knowledge and technology, bringing the knowledge and technology gap is critical to improving yield, operational efficiency, and the sustainable performance. So this experience provides the practical insight that can help address similar challenges faced across the IMT-GT sub-region. This is what we can share what we are learning from the past 70 years managing the smallholder land in FEDA. So next, we can see the MSPO mandate, how to close the compliance gaps. So what we can see here, many farmers understand the requirement but struggle with the maintaining the record, keeping the record and the documentation and traceability record, like such as fertilizer application, pesticide using, and the operational record. So our goal is to get 100% of our scheme in FEDA scheme compliant with MSPO. So actually we can get the better quality, and then can see our market is also huge if we can get the MSPO certification for the farmers. So what we can do is farmers actually we cannot comply with the requirement that they not fully understand. Many farmers is not understand about the certification. Therefore, like the administration did mentioned before, the awareness and training are the foundation of successful certification. So we move to the next slide. So this is what we are going to do. Agriculture advisory serving are also evolving. So traditionally, extension service rely heavy on the physical visit and the manual reporting. Today, in FEDA, we start do the digitalization in farm management to allow farmers and extension officers to record the activity, monitor, and capture field data more efficiently. So the next step, what we're doing is data-driven advisory services, where the real-time information can support better decision-making and more targeted intervention. So, you like it or not, digitalization is therefore becoming a key enabler of the productivity and the sustainability. So for next slide is our reality for macro check and demand macro and micro capacity. So one of the most important lessons we have learned in the growing gap between market expectation and the smallholder capabilities, where the market is increasingly demand sustainability compliant, traceability, and adherent to the environmental regulation. At the same time, many smallholders continue to face financial constraint, technology limitation, and aging demographic. Without strong institutional support, the cost of proving sustainability may eventually exceed the profitability of the farming itself. This is a critical issue that requires, I think, the collaboration solution within the 3 countries. Maybe you can have the standard the certification. So next slide. This is a lesson learned to structure scalability gap. So our experience also highlight the difference between centralized and decentralized farming system. In FILA, organized scheme, we can see the technology adoption, certification process, and resources management can be implemented more efficiently through the collective action. While the independent smallholder, however, often face the fragmented support system, higher compliance costs, and the limited access to the resources. So this demonstrates that the scalable intervention model are needed to ensure inclusiveness and sustainability across the entire agriculture sector. So this is what we can learn about the smallholder in reality to implement what we call the sustainability to the oil palm plantation. So we move to next slide. Actually, it's a strategic priority for the IMT-GT work plan. What we can share here is the first, we have to establish unified traceability and data platform to improve transparency and reduce compliance costs. And the second one, we are strengthening the subregion certification support by harmonizing sustainability and standard and the administrative processes. So the third one is we are trying to promoting the coordinated market defense mechanism, including share the procurement framework and the regional collaboration to protect vulnerable farming communities from the market volatility. So actually we are together. This initiative can help build a more sustainable and resilient subregion supply chain. So for the conclusion, I think FELA journey has demonstrated that sustainability is not only about the compliance, but also about the empowering communities, strengthening institutions, and leveraging technology for the long-term growth. We believe that stronger collaboration among IMT-GT member countries will enable us to address common challenge and unlock a new opportunity for the agriculture sector. So I think that's all for my presentation. So I look forward for discussion and welcoming for any question. For that, I say thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Saifullah, for an outstanding, high, insightful presentation. Felda's centralized management model is a world-class reference, consistently outperforming the Peninsular Malaysia average to reach 21.3 tons per hectare in 2025. And your reality check slide global compliance like the EUDR, pushing down the smallholders' capacity, highlighting the structural scalability gap is vital point for this webinar. And now we move to our final presentation. Our final presentation brings us to the Kingdom of Thailand. I'm honored to introduce Associate Professor Dr. Tirasak Vunvichai. Dr. Tirasak is an Associate Professor in the Food Technology Program at Prince of Songkhla University, Suratani campus. He holds a PhD in Chemical and Process Engineering from Supargo, the University of Montpellier, France, specializing in fats, oil, and process scaling. Dr. Tirasa is a global recognized authority on smallholder empowerment. At the RT 2024 conference, he and the Tachana Chaya Community Enterprise won the Global RSPO Smallholder Impact Award, proving that independent smallholder can meet the world's most stringent standards when backed by academic and institutional partnership. Today, Dr. Tirasa will present Thailand's sustainable palm oil pathway from smallholder commodity to high-value oleochemicals, highlighting how Thailand's 85% independent smallholder structure manages volatility and how they use R&D to shift from bulk CPO to premium oleochemicals. Dr. Tirasa, please share your insight, and you have 15 minutes. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kamolodin. Please wait a few minutes. Ismina, I would like to share my PowerPoint first. So
Doctor, would you like for us to present it for you? The slide?
Yes, maybe you can share for my PowerPoint because it's complicated to share on my screen. So,
all right, no problem. Our team is getting on it.
Thank you very much. Because it's the first time to use this meeting.
Microsoft Teams, right?
Okay.
No problem.
But I prefer to do it by myself because I can move my slides. Okay, thank you very much.
Here you go, Doctor. No problem.
Okay, don't worry. You can share and you can move my PowerPoint. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for introducing myself. Okay, today I would like to presentation about Thailand's sustainable palm oil pathway from smallholder commodity to high value oleochemical in Thailand. I work with the University Prince of Songkhla University, Surat Thani, for the campus. So for the next slide. Okay, executive agenda for today's productions model and marketing in efficiencies and sustainability farm frameworks and the oleochemical left. Okay, for the next. For the next slide. Please, next slide. So smallholders in Thailand for the baseline profile about 2026 forecast in Thailand 0.43 million smallholder household driving the native agricultural sector. About 85% scorecast independent smallholder managing plots under 4 hectares or 25 line in Thailand is not too large and small. And the top city in Thailand for the top city province to produce palm oil in the big city Surat Thani about 22% and Krabi 19% of produce palm oil and Chumphon about 17%. The fragmentation secure rural income distribution but limits economic of scale. This photo from Krabi province for smallholder to make meeting and activity in farm and to make a standard ISPO. For the next slide. This value chain and supply forecast about 21 or 22 million tons of fresh food but move to the 130 about catching meal export in Thailand. So did you see we have a lot of catching meal for produce CPO and CPO in Thailand allocate forecast projects about 4.3 million tons and we divide for use in biodiesel energy is about 37% and domestic consumptions about 28% and export target a little bit about 24%. Okay, for the next slide. So the price stabilization, how to think about this in the government, they think about because sometimes the price of CPO varies and it's not stable and we try to fix the price for smallholders. Some depend on the market block or export to the other countries. So in Thailand, we try to blend with biodiesel depend on the government, depend on the price of CPO. After the CPO is low, we increase for the blending with biodiesel B10 and B20. Okay, for the next. So internal inefficiencies depend on the meal food imbalance. Sometimes we found the competition between the price because we have a lot of extraction meal and sometimes not enough for raw material fresh food in Thailand. So why we found the material buying war look like fighting a little bit in Thailand. And sometimes we found degradation for oil extraction less because sometimes we harvest for catching and leaf foods, so make a yield point is very low. Okay, depend on the season, depend on the fresh food bus in that time. And sometimes we found the low quality because the logistics and we waiting for more than 24 hours to transport to catching meal to make a high acid value. Okay, for after high acid value and after that the price will be down. Okay, for the next slide. So for the last years and we found contaminate from Ganoderma is mean for the fungi to destroy of palm oil. So we a smallholder we get a problem about this, and the government think about how to protect the Ganoderma, and we use the policy to get support scholarship for the university how to research and no chemical, and nowadays we use biochemical bio control to protect Ganoderma for smallholder. Okay, for the next slide. Okay, for the lesson learned gap. Okay, in this time and we found smallholder production model has reached its structural limit under low margin, high volatility, low crude palm oil (CPO) sale, and moving from short-term and price interventions towards strict quality control and international standards is very high to make us a standard, and primary institutional gap. The data, we sometimes we lost the data, the real time for the smallholders and from the mill, and the lost quality controls between. In Thailand, we have a land look like the distributor before sent to the crushing mill to make the quality is low. Okay, next slide. Okay, for the last time about 2020 in Thailand, we found the effect from the coconuts. It did the learning for the system, and for the situation is both for export for coconut meal. So the government think about how to make the standard the good quality to the palm oil too, because the palm oil is the main product for fat and oil in Thailand, to protect the EU standard or barrier to export the quality of product. So now in Thailand, we try to make the indicators for value chain from the material to until to the standard of the products of customer product. For the next slide. So now we think about the standard or the beginning of materials. For example, the ISPO standard for smallholders for palm oil, and standard for the company of ISO and GMP HACCP. But GMP HACCP not enough for right now, because we would like to make the standard ISPO for the smallholder. Yes, for the next slide. So this the best practice for the smallholders impact award for the last time for 2024, the global recognized this the best practice because these smallholders integrate between the factory of palm oil mill and the factory of integrated for utilization of palm and oil. For example, margarines and bakery products. So, and integrate between university to develop for research and develop to use with the smallholder and high value chains of the product of palm oil. Okay, for the next slide. This is the best practice for all of us and try to distribute to the others smallholder. And nowadays, we collaborate with university to the government think about we have to have the institute like Malaysia and Indonesia to make an institute for palm oil. So we have institute for oleochemical with university been of Songkla University to take care and consult for smallholder and industrial product. For the next slide. Okay, this photo for Institute of Oleochemicals at PSU or Pin of Songkla University, and nowadays we have the member for agricultural or smallholder about 1,500 smallholder to work with us, and we have analyzed for chemicals, palm oil, and we have analyzed for soil and leaf of nutrition for soil, to advise how to manage for use the chemical or manage for how to take care for the palm. Okay, for the next slide. Okay, this product for commercials, we utilization from palm and we develop from Institute of Oleochemical, and nowadays we work with the company. We would like to value as of palm to products of commercials for foods and for engines and for fuel or lubricant. For the next step, we would like to research and develop for biogas for green environmental friendly or extraction by supercritical carbon dioxide for high value, and extract some component for nutrition and use for food supplement. Okay, for the next. Okay, strategic taken away for 2024. We would like the government think about we would like to upgrade smallholder 85% to pass the quality of RSPO or standard GAP to make the high quality of raw material. And finally, we would like to value as the solution of oleochemical industries to increase the price of the palm oil, and smallholder will get the good price for the CPO and fast food but too. Okay, for the next. So we would like to thank you to share for the experience of a smallholder in Thai, and nowadays we try to increase the quality of ISPO and standard the global for export the quality of palm oil. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tirasak, for the inspiring presentation, and congratulations on your RSPO award. It is a proven model for independent smallholders across IMT-GT. Shifting from low margin bulk CPO to advanced oleochemical, biocosmetics, high value food lipids is a true paradigm shift. Moreover, your reminder of the 2020 monkey coconut crisis shows us that without verifiable traceability, market exclusion is an absolute reality. With that, we will now transition to our moderated session. We have 10 minutes, about 15 minutes to address the fundamental question, which is why do some smallholders program succeed while others face severe bottlenecks? So with that, I would like to call upon our three presenters for the moderated discussions. Okay, for the audience, please post your question in the chat box at any time, and we will address them during this panel session. Shall I call upon our presenters? May we start with Dr. Im. Dr. Im, you mentioned that during the 3 to 4 year planting period, farmers lose all their income. This is a major barrier for the smallholders. From Indonesians' experience, what are the most practical ways to help independent smallholders survive financially during this transition? Dr. Im?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, never mind. Okay.
No worries. Actually, you hadn't asked one yet, but.
Okay. You mentioned during your presentation that during the 3 to 4 year of replanting period, farmers lose all their incomes. So from the Indonesian experience, what are the most practical ways to help independent smallholders survive financially during this transition, during the replanting period?
Thank you, Moderator. From our experience to smallholder, they can we can provide programs such as intercropping program, like a paddy or corn or maize that we can cultivate in the oil palm area, palm oil area. So, and then we can supply from their budget for the to make some like cultivate any other crops to food crops that can or vegetable crops to which can they grown in their hosting area, so they can earn other income from other crops than palm oil. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Im. Okay, we move on to Mr. Saifullah. Mr. Saifullah, you compared Felda's centralized model with independent smallholders who struggle to adopt technology. How can we share Felda's corporate experience with the rest of our region? Specifically, is it possible to build a joint IMT-GT digital platform to make certification and paperwork easier for independent farmers? Mr. Saifullah.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I agree with your idea, so that we have one standard, what we call the standard platform to collect the data, and then what is our practice in our region to make sure we can, let's say, we copy or we can share, then we can use the standard practice to make sure we have the standard for the certification.
Yeah.
That's I agree. Then we can share among the region in data, in our productivity, our yield, our what we call the age profile. Then by the data, we can make sure is oil palm can do better than the smallholder get the what we say the information regarding what happened in our region to make sure our palm can sustainable in our region. I agree with your idea.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Saifullah. Yes, I believe if that can be implemented, that would bring our independent smallholder to a next level. Let's move on to Dr. Tirasak. Dr. Tirasak, Thailand has a very high number of independent smallholders, as you mentioned, about 85%. Okay, how can we use the lessons from your RSPO winning community to create a joint IMT-GT sustainability corridor? How will this help a farmer meet EUDR rules for export market based on your experience? Dr. Tirasak. Dr. Tirasak, could you turn on your microphone, please?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so you mean the IFPO standard in Thailand for the smallholders we got the certificates. I have to explain you it's difficult for the last time for 5 years ago how to make the standard IPO because we have to change the behavior of smallholder. In the beginning, they don't want to work for that because it's complicated. We have to record, we have to manage, we have to make the standards and difficult for the smallholder because you have to understand agriculture is not want to do that, and we have to change behavior and we have to explain how to get the good quality because they don't mind about fresh food, but because we can sell the normals, and nowadays the global change a little bit and we have to make more detail and try to adjust the behavior of the smallholder and explain and training every years why we have to do like this because the global change environmental change and difficult to export the product, the final consumer product. And now the smallholders and collaborative with the cashing mill or factories to make the understand and get the price, the premium price, extra price. For example, small town company, they have the MOU between the smallholder and extra pay for the fresh food bus for the part the quality of IPO. For example, 1 kilo for the normal 10 baht, we plus 0.5 or 1 baht per kilo. And after that, smallholder agree for that to get the extra price. And now we try to explain for this and make the MOU between collaborative with the factory for cashing mill. Yes, like that.
Okay, thank you. Very insightful from you, Doctor. Okay, let's answer some of the question from the audience. We have a question from Muhammad Salwadi Mazlan from TDM Plantation. The question says that smallholders tend to attract immediate rewards if they choose to collaborate, such as RSPO certification. What kind of reward can be offered to them in order to encourage them further? Maybe Cik Saiful, could you please answer this question, please?
Thank you for the question. As we know, if we get the certificate from RSPO, we get the premium price for the oil that we have sent to the overseas. But the premium until today, I don't see it's a very big amount. But we still struggle to get the RSPO certification to make sure all the oil we can send abroad, we will get the premium price. But I think, yeah, for Indonesia they have their ISPO, Malaysia MSPO, and Thailand also got their maybe the ISPO, Thailand ISPO also. So what happened in our region? We try to get the RSPO to make sure our oil we can sell at a premium price. And yet, what happened? We get the premium from the selling the oil. So the premium we are returned back to the settler. It's not in the monetary, but we put them for the awareness program. We build up the community to make sure not from the structured smallholder, independent smallholder also receive the benefit from the RSPO premium.
Thank you, Mr. Saifullah. Okay, let's take this one last question, I believe, from the participants. Maybe Dr. Im or Dr. Tirasak can answer this question. What are the easiest concrete steps to implement to support more sustainable palm oil practices for independent smallholders? Maybe we can start with Dr. Im first, then Dr. Tirasak.
Thank you. Maybe I'll start to answer the question. What are the easiest concrete steps to implement? Maybe the first step is practical and affordable for smallholder. They start with good agricultural practices, fertilizer use, integrated pest management, and avoiding expansion into practices area. These practices can significantly improve productivity while reducing environmental impacts. This can we get by training or with the farmers. And the second step is strengthening farmer organization through cooperative or farmer groups. Independent smallholder can access training, financing, certification, and market as much lower cost than if they work individually. Finally, maybe sustainability required collaboration from the government, companies, financial institution, and development partner should work together to provide technical assistance. When smallholders see the sustainable practice increase both productivity and income, maybe adoption becomes much faster. Thank you.
Dr. Tirasak, do you have anything to add? Please turn on your microphone, Dr. Tirasak, please.
Okay, thank you. I forget to turn on the microphone. Okay, in my mind, I think the policy have to clean and clear for the government and support for the smallholder, and we have to have the partner and collaborative, because the smallholders independent is not good for the price, and they have to get the partner from the crushing mill and or integrated between crushing mill and the others company, for example, for the final of end product. And finally, I think Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand have to make the same, have to collaborative and strong for fighting with the other world, because we are 3 countries to the biggest producer of palm oil. And we have the same quality and we have the same price for the standard price. Do not competition between, in my mind, if we competition for the price and standard, after that it's complicated to stability for the price. And we have to go together and open the mind and to share knowledge and how to something like that. You understand what I mean? And finally, the same standard is will be good and the price, and finally, and for the quality and sustainable palm oil will be strong. I believe for that. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tirasak. As a final question, this is a final question from me. For all the 3 panelists, please answer in one single sentence very quickly. As we look ahead for the next session, what is the single biggest challenge that countries cannot solve alone and truly needs joint action from the IMT-GT? In a very simple word, could you please answer that? We start with Dr. Im, please.
Single challenge that single big challenge is, well, I think is what's important about we have mass collaboration and coordination within IMT. So we must strengthen our collaboration for one thing is like negative campaigns for palm oil. That's
Okay. Okay. What about Mr. Saifullah? The biggest challenge.
The biggest challenge to determine the price.
Okay.
We have to,
Okay.
we have to
Very short. Very precise. Dr. Tirasa, what about you?
I agree for that. I agree for all of us. I think we have to collaborate and strong. Start from the IMT-GT and make the same standard. Will be good. Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Im, Mr. Saifullah, and Dr. Tirasat for this rich, candid, and forward-looking insights. Now this side, thank you once again to our brilliant speakers and to all our participants, and have a wonderful and productive webinar. Back to you, Alia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamarudin, and also to all the speakers. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable experiences, practical insights, and lessons learned from the implementation of smallholder initiatives. So we hope the discussions have provided a clearer understanding of both the success achieved and the challenges that remain by all the 3 countries. All right, we're moving on to the next session, which is session 2. This session will explore how IMT-GT cooperation can further support oil palm smallholder empowerment through collaborative programs, innovative approaches, and strategic partnership. But before that, I think you guys can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, there's a QR form. So please scan that, register, and only then you guys can get the certificate after the program. Okay? So we'll leave it on while I'm reading this. Everyone can scan that. All right, the next discussion will focus on identifying practical areas for cooperation and potential initiatives that can be developed collectively under the IMT-GT framework. Again, we will set a timer for each session, so you can see it on the top part of the screen. And this time around, each speaker will only get 10 minutes because we have a long line of speakers for session 2. To moderate this session, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Muhammad Hafiz Hannibal, Deputy Director of the Center of IMT-GT Subregional Cooperation. Mr. Hafiz will introduce the speakers and facilitate the discussion. Mr. Hafiz, I'm passing this session to you.
Thank you, Alia. Distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi, and sawadika. Welcome to session 2. On the empowering smallholders under IMT-GT cooperation. I hope everyone had an insightful discussion during the session 1. And allow me first to thank our speakers and also moderator of the session 1 for the excellent presentation and insightful Q&A discussion on the implementation of national and regional initiatives and the challenges encountered and also the valuable lessons learned in supporting oil palm smallholders across Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. And building on those discussions, session 2 will focus on what we can do together under the IMT-GT framework by addressing shared challenges and identifying practical initiatives that can be pursued collectively at the sub-regional level. Ultimately, we hope today's discussion will generate useful inputs for the development of IMT-GT Smallholder Empowerment Work Plan. And today we are privileged to have our 4 distinguished speakers. And before we begin, may I kindly remind our distinguished speakers that each presentation has been allocated for 10 minutes. We would very much appreciate your cooperation in keeping within this allocated time so that we can have sufficient time for the Q&A discussion afterwards. Without further ado, let us begin with our first presentation. It is my pleasure to invite our first speaker, Mr. Normansyah Sharudin, the Director of Fund Distribution for Upstream Sectors at the Plantation Fund Management Agency, or BPDP, Indonesia. Pak Norman has an extensive experience in plantation financing, palm oil policy, and as well as agriculture market development. He has previously served in many roles within Indonesia's government, particularly in the Ministry of Agriculture. He obtained his PhD on Economics and Technology Management from University of Bergamo, Italy. And today he will share Indonesia's perspective and experience on financing and replanting support, as well as initiative to strengthen smallholder productivity. Please, Pak Norman, you have 10 minutes and the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafiz, our moderator for the second session. Very good of us, especially distinguished delegates, distinguished speakers, resource persons, and all the participants in the webinar. So to accord with our time allocation, I will start the presentations. Straight on. Could you, okay. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Norman Shahridin. I'm the Director of the Upstream Sector for the Fund Distribution for the Plantation Fund Management Agency, or BPDP in Indonesia. We are the agency under the 8 ministries in Indonesia, collaborate with many ministries, including Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Industry, and so on. And we are very tight, close cooperation with my colleague, Dr. A.M. in the Ministry of Agriculture, the Director General of Plantations. Yeah. And today we will speak about the financing and supporting program for the replanting, and also the facilitating the processing facility for smallholders to increase their productivity. So next slide, please. Yes, just to brief the audience on the oil palm plantation in Indonesia. So we have the figure from the Plantation Statistics Book on the 2024-2026, the Director General of Estate Crops, Ministry of Agriculture. And according to the statistic, we have around 16.8 million hectares, with 41% is a smallholder of the total oil palm area. As you can see in the figures, Sumatra, or the IMT geolocations, is currently has the 5.365 million hectares, so almost 50% of the total area of oil palm plantation is in Sumatra. And on the left side, you can have the figures that 45% is under the big companies or planted in under the big plantations, but the 41 to 42% is under the smallholder plantations. And next, please. So if we can just have the look on the figures that the agricultural growth in 2024 up to the Q1 2026, I can see the contribution for the agriculture sector is quite significant, and to the 2026 Q1 is about 4.97. The growth of the agriculture, forestry, and fisheries sectors. And you can see the economical growth in the oil palm production and non-oil oil palm production regions. And within the IMT area, which is the Sumatra, is currently 5.13 or 5.13% of the growth is come from the Sumatra or IMT region. So it makes the Sumatra is one of the important area in the economical growth for Indonesia. Next, please. Yeah. So the if you can see on the figure that the palm oil as excuse me, I changing my. So as you can see, the palm oil as a strategic commodities, the contributions is quite significant from the 2020 to 2025. The foreign exchange created by the oil palm contributions is up to 18.4 billion US dollars in 2020 and increased by to the US dollar 30.5 billion in 2025. So this is a quite large number for the contributions for the palm oil for Indonesia, and also it creates the employment sector and increase from the 16.2 million people work in the palm oil sector in 2020 to the 19.5 million people in 2025. So it's quite a big impact for the palm oil as a strategic commodity for Indonesia itself. Next. So this is just to recoup with the previous slide for the supporting of Indonesia palm oil sector in reducing the poverty and inequality. So oil palm plantations, in particular in Indonesia, is spread across 190 regions or cities, and have become one of the main drivers for the regional economic growth, particularly in Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua. And our task in the BPDP is to support by the program called Replanting Program or Peremajaan Sawit Rakyat in Indonesia, to support the productivity by giving them financial support for the farmers, directly to the farmers, to increase their productivity on field. Next, please. So in terms of the tasks, BPDP is supporting the sustainability of smallholders in oil palm plantations. There are 5 tasks carried by BPDP. First of all, it's the human resource development, and then the research and development, and then the palm oil promotions, and our main task is the oil palm replanting and plantation facilities and infrastructures. So this is some of the programs that help the farmers to increase their productivity as well as to boost the production within the region. Next, please. So the importance of the upstream program, because we are focusing on the upstream program, is to increase the palm oil productivity without the expanding the land through the PSR program. So this is our achievement within the last 10 years, start from the 2016 to 2026. We have already distributed more than 423.255 hectares, and have been benefiting the approximately 188,000 smallholders, and directly to give them support, including the seeds, including the fertilizers, and including the amount of money to make the land clearance for PSR to start. Next, please. So as you can see, the distribution for the small palm oil replanting program, we total have covered more than 423 million hectares, thousand hectares, and 70% of the area is located in the Sumatra. As you can see, the area that in bold is covering the Sumatran region from Aceh, South Sumatra, Riau, Jambi, North Sumatra, and so on. And all in all provinces in Indonesia, we have covered 21 provinces, and we are also supporting the DG of Vested Crops in the Ministry of Agriculture in promoting sustainable palm oil development. So you can see the number is as 31st of May 2026, and this is the figures that we have been distributing the fund directly to the farmers in 21 provinces across Indonesia. So this is the upstream program, one of the main upstream program that we support from the BPDP to support the development of palm oil within one of it is within the IMT region, which is in Sumatra region. Next, please. The next program in the upstream sector is the Facilities and Infrastructure Assistance Program. According to the Ministry of Agriculture Regulation number 5/2025, there are 8 programs covered by the BPDP to support. First of all is the extensifications program, and then intensification programs, and then agriculture machineries, technical verification or traceabilities, post-harvest equipment and processing facilities, plantation work, which is the plantation support to bring the harvest to the mill, and access road, transportation equipment, and market infrastructure development. So as the 31st of May 2026, BPDP, next, is okay. Next slide, please. Yes, BPDP has assisted 18 provinces across Indonesia, with total package has been distributed, 183 package has been distributed, and most of them are distributed in the Sumatra region. So 127 package or 69% has been distributed in Sumatra, mostly intensifications and plantation and road, and Kalimantan is 29 package, Sulawesi is 25 package, and the rest is in Java, which is in Banten province, only 2 package distributed to the smallholders, directly to the smallholders. And this to support the production and to make them more competitive and sustainable for the smallholders in production the oil palm in the field. Next, please. And this is the support program. So not only the physical programs that we support from BPDP, we also taking care of the human capital development in palm oil sectors. And we have been involved in giving some of the scholarships to the students that come from the member of the smallholder palm oil family. The total recipients as in May 2026 is 13,265 recipients, and we have been fulfilled the graduations for 4,975 graduates has been graduate from the BPDP program, and we also conducted the trainer farmers training, so training of trainers for more than 32,000 participants has been involved in the training system. And we have been partnered with the universities. 42 universities has been the partners, the educational partners for BPDP since 2022. Next, please. And also some of the programs that support the farmers to have more value-added products. We also being funded the research and development programs with more than 305 scientific publications has been supported by the BPDP, and almost 1,500 researchers has been in contact with BPDP, and we support their research. So this is some of the key elements or key issues, key areas that have been covered in BPDP research program, which is the bioenergy, food and health, post-harvest and processing, environment, cultivations, oleochemicals and biomaterials, and also the social economy studies has been supported also by next, please. Oh, the challenges in palm oil, I think we have to identify some of the key challenges in the palm oil exclusively in the Sumatra region within the IMT working areas. And some of the key challenges that we have to address together is the productivity remains below optimal levels. And then the second one would be the export competitiveness under the increasing global pressure, especially the latest trend of pressures, which is the Strait of Hormuz pressures. And then the environmental and health concerns also become our challenges in many years. And hopefully that this forum also can come up with some ideas and support and also recommendation how to deal with these concerns and challenges. And lastly is the upstream and downstream linkages remain underdeveloped in Sumatran region. And hopefully that this next slide, please. Next, please. Okay. Next. I think this is they're a bit mixed up with our updated the presentation. But anyway, could you go back to the last slide, please? Yeah. So this is our main identifications for the increasing the planting, increasing productivity within with the replanting support and program. Yeah. And hopefully in this program, we are suggesting that the integrations of the upstream and downstream, which are as a key takeaways in this webinar, we are supporting and hope that also to accelerate the linkages within the upstream and downstream of the oil palm, and to create a fully integrated ecosystem for the palm oil within the region, and to hope that to strengthen positions and supporting the promotions as well as the position of oil palm within the 3 countries in the global market. With that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you for having me in this webinar, and I give back the screen and mic to our wonderful moderator, Mr. Hafiz. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pak Norman. It was an excellent presentation, and thank you for sharing Indonesia's experience in supporting smallholder. There are several ways. It was mentioned through financing and then also replanting programs. It's quite massive. And productivity enhancement, even without the land expansion. Your presentation demonstrates that the importance of ensuring that financial support should be accompanied by institutional strengthening and also sustainable farming practices. And I would also highlight the suggestion that was provided by Pak Norman, which include strengthening upstream and downstream synergy to create a fully integrated oil palm smallholder ecosystem. We'll get back to you again, Pak Norman, during the Q&A sessions. We'll now proceed to our second presentation. Okay, our next speaker is Mr. Darmarisyanto alias, the Director of the Certification Scheme Unit, or CSU, and EMSPO Systems Unit of the Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil MSPO. Mr. Darmarisyanto leads initiative on sustainability certification, digital traceability, and smallholder inclusion. As head of the EMSPO System Unit, Mr. Darmarisyanto spearheads the development of digital platform and traceability solution that enhance transparency, data integrity, and supply chain visibility throughout the palm oil value chain. Today, he will share perspectives on certification acceleration, digitalization, and regional knowledge sharing platform to strengthen smallholder empowerment. Mr. Darmarisyanto, I would like to invite you. You have 10 minutes. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz, for the brief introductions of myself. So good morning and thank you to CIMT for the invitations. It is a pleasure to join colleagues from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand in discussing a topic that is important not only to the palm oil sector, I believe, but also to the rural communities across our regions. So perhaps we can move to my next slides on the session's overview. When we talk about sustainability, right, and also the certifications or technology, sometimes we focus too much on the systems and the processes. Today, I would like to bring our attentions back to the people at the center of all these efforts, which is the smallholders. My presentation will share some observations on common challenges why certifications and technology matters, and a few practical ideas that IMT-GT may consider moving forward together. Moving on to the next slide, which is on why smallholders matter. Let me start with a simple questions here. Can we achieve sustainable palm oil without smallholders? In my view, the answer is no. Across Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, smallholders contribute significantly to palm oil productions and support millions of livelihoods. They are not merely participants in the supply chain, but they are part of the foundations of the industry itself. If smallholders succeed, sustainability efforts become more inclusive. And if smallholders left behind, sustainability becomes much harder to achieve. That is why any discussions on the future of the palm oil sector must include smallholders at the center. Moving forward on the common challenges across IMT-GT on the next slide. Although our countries may have different systems and also different policies, right? Many of the challenges faced by the smallholders are surprisingly similar. Productivity remains a challenge. Access to technical knowledge and advisory services remains uneven. Certifications can sometimes be perceived as complex and also costly. Technology adoption is growing, but accessibility is still a concern. At the same time, market requirements continue to evolve. Today, smallholders are increasingly expected to demonstrate sustainability, traceability, and compliance with emerging global expectations. When we look at these challenges collectively, we begin to see something important. These are not challenges faced by one country alone. Many of them are shared challenges, and shared challenges often create opportunities for shared solutions. Moving forward to the why certification matters. When people hear the word certifications, the first thing that often comes to our mind is compliance, right? So, however, I believe certification is much more than that. Certifications can provide a very structured framework for improvement. Okay, it also can encourage better farm management. I believe also it strengthens the record keepings. Okay, and also it supports support the responsible agriculture practices. It helps also builds the confidence among our buyers, our regulators, and also other stakeholders. And the most importantly here, the certifications, it can create opportunities, whether through MSPO, ISPO, or other recognized sustainability system. Certification can serve as a pathway towards greater market readiness and long-term sustainability. The objective should not simply be obtaining a certificate, but the objective should be creating value for smallholders. Moving on to the next slide. Technology here is another area that offers significant potential. However, technology should simplify compliance rather than increase the burden. The goal is not to digitalize everything for the sake of digitalization. The goal here is to make participation easier. Digital platforms, traceability system, training applications, and remote monitoring tools can help to improve the accessibility, transparency, and also efficiency. When designed appropriately, technology can help bridge these gaps rather than create new ones. Let's start with the initiative 1 for the Regional Certification Acceleration Program. Okay, so this brings me to the first proposed initiative. Okay, so rather than we working independently on similar challenges, perhaps there are opportunities for greater collaborations here. A regional certification accelerations program could support shared learning materials, trainer exchange, and also awareness programs. Such collaborations could reduce the duplications while improving accessibility and consistency across the subregion. Moving forward to the next slide. The second proposal focuses on the knowledge sharing here. The knowledge often exists. Okay, the challenge is making it accessible. A regional digital knowledge hub could provide training materials. the case studies, or perhaps the technical guidance and the best practices in multiple languages. Okay, it can be in English, Bahasa Malaysia, Bahasa Indonesia, or in Thai language. The idea here is simple. If a smallholder they want to learn, information should be available anytime and anywhere. Let's moving on to the third proposal. In particularly, this third proposal basically very meaningful to me because in year 2024, I had the opportunity myself to participate in the IMT-GT regional training for the young farmers in Jambi, Indonesia. So what impressed me most was not only the technical knowledge that's shared during the program, it was the interactions among the participants from different member countries such as Indonesia and Thailand. People exchange experience, okay? They discuss the challenges. They learn from one another. So it demonstrates that some of the most valuable learning happens when practitioners meet, observe, and exchange ideas directly. Building upon such experiences, IMT-GT may consider to strengthening exchange programs, demonstrations farms, and also the regional training networks. Sometimes seeing how actually someone else solve a similar problems can be more valuable than reading the theoretically about it. On the roadmap for the 2027 until the year of 2030, if these ideas are worth exploring, how do we move forward? Okay, so the roadmap proposes basically on a phased approach here. We begin with the foundations in year 2027. Then after that, we move to the next year, pilot selected initiatives. Then we're going to expand what works and eventually scale successful approaches across the sub-region. This allows us to move from ideas to implementations in a practical and manageable way. Moving forward on the next slide. On the key takeaways here, allow me to conclude with the 5 key messages. The first one, smallholders must remain at the center of the sustainability efforts. The second one will be certification should be accessible, practical, and also value adding. The third one, technology should promote inclusion and also transparency. And the next one, regional collaborations can often achieve more than isolated efforts. And finally, IMT-GT has a unique opportunity to provide a practical platform for smallholders empowerment across our sub-region. So in closing, empowering smallholders is not only about addressing today's challenges. It is about creating opportunities for long-term resiliences, sustainability, and also inclusive of the growth. Each member country brings valuable experience and also the strength. By learning from one another and working together, we can create the solutions that are more impactful and more scalable. Thank you, and I look forward for the discussion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Darmarisianto. Your presentation has clearly highlighted how certification and then digital technologies and also knowledge sharing can strengthen smallholder competitiveness while helping them meet evolving sustainability requirements. I would like to personally also appreciate for highlighting the regional training farmers that was held previously under the IMT-GT platform of cooperation. There were 3 proposed initiatives proposed by the speaker. The first is on the certification acceleration program. Second is on the digital knowledge hub, and the third is smallholder capacity building network. We will get back to you, Mr. Darmarisianto,
Sure.
during the Q&A session. And now we move to our third presentation. It is my pleasure to invite Associate Professor Dr. Tirasak Punvichai from Prince of Songkhla University, Thailand. I believe that all participants have already been familiar with the professor from the first session. He is an expert in palm oil value agricultural innovations. Some of his areas of expertise include food science and technology, chemical engineering and process engineering, and also fats and oils product. He obtained his PhD in chemical engineering from Montpellier University of France. Session, he will present Thailand's perspective on strengthening market access, improving price stability, and also empowering smallholder organization through sub-regional cooperation. Dr. Tirasa, the screen is yours, please.
Thank you very much for Mr. Hasif. See you again. I would like to present about. Did you see my PowerPoint? Yes. Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. I would like to present about a sub-regional program for sustainable palm oil. So Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, we have a big market for produce for the palm. So for the right now, I would like to say we don't want to separate for the countries. We would like to go together, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, because we are the biggest for produce palm oil. About 87% go to the world. European Union, China, Indonesia, India for the big markets. So we have to go together, not separate for the price or technologies. So in my mind, I would like to say the national proposals sub-regional package, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, we have to go together and to share knowledge and the markets and the price and technologies. So in my proposed one program is component under IMT-GT. I think we would like to make the market access. It's been to open the door, one to open the minds and price the stabilization and smallholder organization give the smallholder. Yes. Open the doors. One, I mean, we have to, because nowadays we have the different standard, ISPO, MSPO, and ISPO. So these are the standard certificate. We choose make the same quality and the same standard for the except in the markets for the distributors such as the EUDR to protect the barrier for export palm oil. So for the next coordination information and demand, not just inventory, share price intelligence platform and coordinates marketing demand and quality index reference the price OER and coordinates supply signaling. Yes, and to give the smallholders federalist sub-regional voice. I mean the collective voice representations from the smallholders and the creation for scale and channel for the enterprise. Yes, and the cycle, the program, the cycle organized smallholder federations. Mutually recognized certification collectives access the premium market, and after that stable quality in linkage the price. We can share from the collaborative with the IMT-GT for to make the standard for us. We can start, for example, implementations in Thailand, and nowadays I work with the government, and we can start from your country and to share the policy. And now the policy in Thailand, and we try to collaborate with the technology to support the data and share the platform from the other country. For example, SILAS, we share the knowledge how to increase the standard and increase the quality of palm oil and value added from the palm oil products for the consumer product, for example, oleochemicals, to increase the price and stability for the price in the market. And after that, smallholder will get a good price and stability for the price. And sequencing the program under IMT-GT, we can start. In my mind, I separate for the short and medium and long. In the beginning, for the short term, we can start just for the 1 year. For example, agree to share the principle and data standard to share together between Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thai to make the same the standard for the smallholder and produce palm oil. For the medium, we can start 1 to 3 years. For example, launch the share price in intelligence platform and first shipments under at IMT-GT origins make and stand up the smallholder producers platform. And for the long term, we can start more than 3 years and full mutual recognitions across all members and regions-wide price platform full operationals and recognizes IMT-GT's origins box linked with CPO PC. OKT's priority to take forward under IMT-GTs in my mind. In the first decisions, things mutual recognize for a certificate to make the same standard because we have the different standard and we have to accept the same standard ISPO, MSPO, ISPO for the same and share market access and share price intelligence platform and once sub-regional service for transparency, quality links, reference price and supply signals. And for the third, an IMT-GT producers platform are federalist structures giving small holders one voice and channels for very others initiative. So for the producer of one box, I think Indonesia, Thailand, and Malaysia, we have to be the same and the collaborative. And after that, the market price will be strong and we can send to the markets in the world and very strong. And it's not competition for just the different country. We have to be together the same standard and the market. Yes, thank you very much for presentation. Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tirasak, for the insightful presentation.
Yes.
The presentation has provided valuable perspective on how sub-regional cooperation actually can strengthen market access, improve price stability, and also empower smallholder organization through the highlight is the collective actions between the three countries. Dr. Tirasa has also proposed 3 priorities in his presentation. The first is to have a mutual recognition of certification or some sort of alignment. Second one is to have a shared price intelligence platform for price reference. And the third one was the producer platform to give smallholders a platform for collaboration between the IMT-GT countries. We shall now proceed to our final presentation. It is my pleasure to invite Mr. Antonius Yudi Triantoro, the Director for Sustainability and Smallholders at the Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries, or CPOPC. Yudi is a career diplomat with extensive experience in international economic cooperation, multilateral negotiations, and sustainable development. He has played a key role in trade and commodity negotiation within prominent multilateral and regional fora, including WTO, APEC, ASEAN, and also FAO. Today, he will share on the CPOPC's initiatives on smallholder empowerment and discuss opportunities for collaboration with IMT-GT in advancing a more sustainable and inclusive palm oil sector. Pak Yudi, you have 10 minutes. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Pak Hafiz, for your kind introduction of me. So can we move to my first presentation? Yeah, okay. Next, please. Okay, my presentation is divided into 5 sections. First, I will introduce what the CPOPC is, because not everybody knows about CPOPC. And then I will explaining about the 5 focus area that the CPOPC is working on. And then I will also talk about the few initiatives that CPOPC has undertaken or is undertaking. Then we will then discuss the few key challenges faced by smallholders before we conclude with some key takeaways. So that's basically my presentation. And all right, the CPOPC is an intergovernmental organization established to represent and unite palm oil producing countries in addressing common challenges and promoting the industry's sustainable development. The council itself was established on 21st November 2015 by Indonesia and Malaysia. So it's been more than 10 years. And currently, from 2 founding members, now CPOPC has expanded to 5 full membership. We have Indonesia, Malaysia, Honduras, Papua New Guinea, then Democratic Republic and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we have 3 observer countries: Colombia, Nigeria, and Ghana. And there are 2 scopes and function of CPOPC, with 1 scope and function which specifically deal with efforts to enhance welfare of smallholders. We will dive deep into what CPOPC did and continue doing for smallholders in the next slide. Even though the other scope and functions do not mention specifically about the smallholders, but the scopes and functions are interconnected each other. For example, in the research area, CPOPC undertake research related to smallholder. So even though only 1 function specifically deal with the smallholder, but for sure, smallholder is always at the heart of any activities done by the CPOPC. Next. CPOPC focus among these 5 focus areas. And on this area, CPOPC always bring smallholders issue at the front. In advocacy and promotion work, we keep on advocating the inclusion of smallholders and their contribution to fulfill the appetite for vegetable oils and fats. And in consultation and collaboration, we collaborate with international partners to enhance the welfare of smallholders. In the area of sustainability, we encourage smallholders to implement sustainable palm oil cultivation, and then through smallholders development, we work closely with smallholders group in member countries to deliver workshop and training that promote good agricultural practices, implementation, sustainable certification. And finally, on the research and development and training, we pursue study related to smallholders. We have several studies which raise the issue of smallholder. Next. Here, I will show you some examples of CPOPC initiative. First is CPOPC strategic engagement with the UN agency. CPOPC is actively engaged with UN agencies and other international organizations to advocate inclusive and sustainable policies that support smallholders. And through CPOPC participation in the Economic and Social Committee of UN High-Level Political Forum Workstream, CPOPC has consistently utilized this platform to advocate for transformative potential of palm oil sectors in driving sustainable development that guarantee the inclusion of smallholders. CPOPC also elevated smallholders issues into regional sustainable development goals discussions and highlighting the need for inclusive sustainable policies. Thanks. And within the context of EUDR, CPOPC has facilitated the establishment what we call of ad hoc joint task force established by the CPOPC and the European Unions. So this the joint task force serve as a platform between the both sides to discuss every aspect of the EUDR and how the palm oil producing countries could comply with. During the discussion, ensuring the inclusion of smallholders has become a key priority for CPOPC and become also the central topic of discussion throughout our engagement with the European Union through this specific platform. Next. And finally, CPOPC also engaged on initiative that directly benefited smallholders. Among other, CPOPC has conducted the International Smallholder Workshop and also good agricultural practices training for smallholders of its member countries. To have more information on the ISW, it was a CPOPC flagship that consists one-day workshop in a class and one-day field visit. The participant give an opportunity to discuss during the class the major current challenges affecting smallholder, and also such as yield stagnation, replanting, automation, and etc. And on the field practice, participants are brought to company or the plantation for field practice, where participants can see how a big company manage their plantation, and also they will understand how smallholder manage their plantation. And the second initiative, perhaps we can move to the next slide. Second initiative that directly benefited the smallholder is the good agricultural practices training for smallholder in member countries. This program has been started last year, where SIPOPSI focused on delivering gap training to smallholders in SIPOPSI member countries. And up to now, SIPOPSI gap training has covered countries in 2 continents. Last year, we conducted good agricultural practices for smallholders in Democratic Republic of Congo and Papua New Guinea. Well, this year, we will focus on Indonesia, Malaysia, and also Honduras. For Indonesia, we have held the activity on April in 3 different areas, in Bengkulu, in Kota Waringin, and West Sulawesi. Around 197 smallholders, independent smallholders, are benefiting from these activities. And good agricultural practices training in Malaysia, we started early this week, where we flew to Kinabalu. Then now, me and my team is in Sarawak to do the gap training for the smallholder in Sarawak. And in September, we will fly to Malaysia Peninsula in Perak to do the same thing. And gap training will be closed off in end of July, where SIPOPSI team and trainer from Indonesia and Malaysia fly to Honduras to do the same training for Honduran smallholder. And let's move to the next slide. I would like to highlight that I also in agreement with the other speakers that smallholders are still facing a lot of challenges. And I would like to highlight that now smallholders keep on facing challenges in managing their plantation, and there are 6 key challenges, and I believe that this is the key challenges about the productivity, then compliance to market access, supply chain and market access challenges, climate change, then a limited access to financial support, then a weak smallholder organization and capacity. And I heard from the previous speaker that these challenges are, I think, are becoming common challenges in I think in many producing countries. Next slide. And to conclude my presentation, I would draw some takeaway. Smallholder remains at the heart of sustainable palm oil development, and supporting them requires strong regional cooperation and inclusive sustainability policies. And no single institution can address these challenges alone. And SIPOPSI believe that capacity building, practical support, and international collaboration are essential to ensure smallholders are not left behind in the sustainability transition. And moving forward, CPOPC will remain committed to supporting resilient and sustainable smallholder development for the benefit of our region and future generation. That's conclude my presentation, and I would be more than happy to pick up queries, question from the audience. Thank you very much for your attention. Back to you, Pak Hafiz.
Thank you very much, Pak Yudi, for the comprehensive presentation. Some highlights from the presentation is the importance of regional cooperations, as well as sustainability policies. Pak Yudi also shared some capacity building that has been undertaken by the CPOPC, especially related to productivity, gap GAP training, and also highlighted CPOPC's commitment for collaboration. So we have now heard 4 complementary perspectives. Collectively, the presentations have covered the key building blocks of smallholder empowerment, ranging from financing and then productivity improvement, certification, digitalization, and then market access, institutional strengthening, as well as regional partnership. So let us now move into our Q&A discussion. We will now open the floor for questions from participants. And for the participants, I would like to invite you to drop your question in the chat box. Okay, now we have 2 questions. Okay, the first one is from Mr. Philip. I would suggest for the participant to put their names and the organization that they are from. So from Mr. Philip, this is the question directly addressed to Mr. Darman. It's will MSPO enough to be the basis for verification that the product is not coming from deforestation area? And if yes, will a formal recognition process will be integrated or introduced with the EUDR framework? Okay, I would like to invite Mr. Darman to answer this question, please.
Okay, thank you for the questions, Mr. Philip, right? So, okay, back to the question just now, I think MSPO includes requirements that are related to the new planting after the established cutoff date on the legal compliance, land use verifications, environmental protections, and also the traceability, which contribute significantly towards supporting the deforestation-free production objective. However, EUDR is a regulatory framework established by the EU, right? And compliance with EUDR remains the responsibilities of the operators and also the market participants in accordance with the requirements set by the European Commissions. So from Malaysia perspective, efforts are ongoing, basically, to strengthen the supporting system and also including the traceability, geolocation data, and verification mechanism to actually facilitate the alignment with market requirements such as EUDR. So as a formal recognition, any decisions regarding the acceptance or recognitions of certification schemes within the EUDR framework rests with the European Union. So MSPO remains committed to continuous improvement and constructive engagement with relevant stakeholders to support sustainable and responsible palm oil productions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Darman, for your answer. Okay, the next question is coming from Muhammad Ali Rahman. This is from CIMT. The question is directed to Mr. Yudi from CPOPC. The question is how IMT-GT and CPOPC could collaborate in addressing specific challenges faced by smallholders, and which low-hanging collaboration that can be considered to be pursued. Please, I would like to invite Pak Yudi to answer this question. Please, Pak.
Okay, thank you very much. I think it's a good question. Whether there will be what would be the alignment between the CPOPC and IMT-GT to address challenges faced by smallholders through activities. I think the opportunity is wide, and I myself learned from Professor Tirasa. Then get together would be better for Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand in addressing smallholder. Actually, within the context of CPOPC, Malaysia, Indonesia, and other countries really look forward to have Thailand in the group. But I believe it's still in the process. And I think once we can have alignment currently, but once the Thailand is in CPOPC, I think that's the ideal thing to get together to promote, to have a collective promotion, collective advocacy, because I believe that cooperation would be the best way to address the challenges faced by the smallholder. Pending to that, to the ideal one, me from the CPOPC Secretariat are open for any discussion with the IMT-GT, because CPOPC believes that cooperation with the partners would bring more benefit. Now, CPOPC is also engaged with the ASEAN. In the ASEAN context, we are engaging FAO in the context of food security. We are engaging UN ECOSOC in the context of how palm oil plantation contribute to sustainable development goals. So for CPOPC, collaboration is always a key to deliver CPOPC's objective. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Yudi, for the answer. Indeed, collaboration is the most important thing to advance sub-regional cooperation, especially in the empowerment of smallholder in oil palm sector. I don't see any other question from the chat box. Maybe I would pose a question, I think, to Dr. Tirasax. It is a question from me, Doctor. Yeah, we know that universities play an important role in generating research and innovation. I would like to know from your perspective, what areas of collaborative research should IMT-GT prioritize to better support smallholder empowerment? And also, how can universities across the 3 member countries can contribute to this agenda? Please, Doctor.
Okay, thank you very much for the questions. Okay, I work with the university through and collaborative, and I work with the government to see the policy of palm oil in Thailand. Nowadays, I have to say, in Thai, we try to collaborative with the other country, for example, in France, Malaysia, China, and US. To know the knowledge for develop of palm oil, and to share knowledge to palm oil is toxic. It's not the toxic when we compare between soybean and the others, the oil for the source of oil, because nowadays we have a competition between the others oil in the world. So and now in Thailand, I have to say the market share in the world are less than Malaysia and Indonesia, and productivity in Thai less than Indonesia and Malaysia because smallholder in Thai very small land just for 4 hectares, the average for 4 hectares, and we spend a lot of money to produce palm, and if we competition between and the other country is complicated for this. So to share the knowledge, and in the beginning we would like to share and knowledge for standard of palm and market, and how to increase our value as of palm oil. For example, nowadays in my institute we have a student to research with the company, and where we produce for value as of biodiesel or something like that. So it is possible to IMT-GT to collab between Indonesia and Malaysia and Thai to do about that. I think we'll be strong in the world. Yes. In the beginning, we can share with university because now the policy of university in Thai, they have a collaborative. I can work with the other university or with the parts of the government or the company we can. Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor. I think there is no more questions. Maybe it's my question to Pa Norman. Yeah. Well,
Good
Indonesia.
afternoon, Mr. Moderator.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll introduce me Satrio from Indonesia, PPDP. On behalf of Mr. Norman Shah, which is currently under assignment and will be back very soon, allow me to assist him and receive any question and may deliver some substantial matter regarding the question, especially on PPDP programs. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Okay, thank you, Pa. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Oh yeah, I had one question that Indonesia has demonstrated significant progress in financing and also replanting programs. I would like to know that from your experience, what lessons could be replicated or upscaled at the sub-regional level, and are there opportunities for knowledge sharing or joint capacity building among IMT-GT member countries? Please, Pak.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moderator, for the question. Allow me to assist Mr. Norman Shah to deliver substantial matter regarding the question. And Indonesia demonstrates significant program on financing program. Yeah, we are currently delivered by government the replanting program for replacing the tree of oil palm. And the lesson that we learned, the smallholder empowerment should be done in this matter, and we are open to collaborate within the member of IMT-GT. And very soon I will deliver to Mr. Norman Shah regarding the question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak. Thank you to all participants then for the engaging discussion. Allow me to briefly summarize before closing this session. Just to highlight is one, there is a strong support for the development of an IMT-GT Smallholder Empowerment work plan, and some of the speakers also even propose a dedicated implementation timeline for the work plan. And based on today's presentation and discussion, the proposed work plan could actually encompass at least 3 indicative areas of cooperation. The first is sustainable productivity and smallholder capacity development, which include technical training, knowledge sharing, and the establishment of a regional digital knowledge hub. Second is on sustainable certification and market competitiveness, which includes certification acceleration programs, greater alignment or mutual recognition of the certification standards or system, and also initiative to strengthen the competitiveness of smallholders in global market. The third area of collaboration is on regional market intelligence and smallholder collaborations, which include enhanced information sharing and stronger collaboration among smallholder organizations within the subregion, as well as joint initiative to improve market access and also resilience. And to support the implementation of this initiative, IMT-GT should also strengthen collaboration with international partners, such as the Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries, or CPOPCs, as well as other relevant development partners to leverage technical expertise, capacity building, and also resource mobilization. To close this event, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our distinguished speakers, all participants, and everyone who contribute to today's successful session. With that, I would like to hand the session back to our MC, Alia. Please, Alia, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Hafiz, and also to all the distinguished speakers for your forward-looking perspectives and valuable recommendations, of course. So your insights will undoubtedly contribute to shaping future IMT-GT initiatives in this important sector. Also, ta-da, it's back, the QR. So everyone, please do scan this QR code and register for this particular webinar, because if you do not register, unfortunately, we won't be able to send your certificate. All right, I hope everyone have scanned it. Do scan it, please. Certificates are important, everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at the final session of today's webinar, and this session will provide an opportunity to reflect on the key lessons and recommendations that emerge from both sessions. To lead this session, it is my pleasure to invite again Mr. Amri, the Director of CIMT. Ms. Amri, over to you.
Thank you, Alia. And once again, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to all the distinguished speakers, moderators, for their excellent sharing today. Colleagues, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. So I'd like to use this portion of the event to briefly summarize the key insights and takeaways from today's webinar on Oil Palm Smallholder Empowerment. I think we had a very good discussion with a lot of views and insights provided by our panel of experts, and I certainly learned a lot from this session today. So we started with session 1, which provided important lessons from national experiences in all the 3 countries. So we saw from the presentation, there was one common message, which was really clear, that smallholders are central to the sustainability, resilience, and competitiveness of the palm oil sector in the IMT-GT sub-region. However, they continue to face challenges, including low productivity, aging plantations, financing constraints, and increasing pressure to meet sustainability, certification, and traceability requirements. So these are among the challenges that they face. From Indonesia's experience, the webinar highlighted the importance of replanting financing support, farmer data improvement and certification, the Smallholder Palm Oil Replanting Program, and ISPO certification show how national programs can support productivity and sustainability. However, the discussion also reminded us that replanting is not only a technical process, must be supported by land legality, access to finance, strong farmer institutions, reliable databases, as well as general solutions to address income loss during the unproductive period. From Malaysia, the FELDA experience demonstrated the value of organized institutional support, collective purchasing power, extension services, structured land management, and farmer welfare programs. The model provides useful lessons on how coordinated systems can improve productivity, certification readiness, and rural socio-economic development. At the same time, Malaysia's experience also shows that independent smallholders may require a different and more scalable support model, particularly in certification, documentation, digital tools, and access to markets. Thailand's presentation brought another important perspective. It showed that a fragmented smallholder structure can support rural income distribution, that it also limits economies of scale and creates challenges in supply chain coordination, quality control, price stability, and market access. Thailand's experience also highlighted the need to improve smallholders' productivity and to move beyond raw commodity dependence towards higher value industries, including oleochemicals, food-grade products, bioenergy, and other downstream opportunities, supported, of course, by research and innovation. We had also a good session during session 2, which focused on proposed directions and possible sub-regional solutions. The presentation highlighted that IMT-GT can play a stronger role in connecting national efforts, transforming them into practical sub-regional initiatives. The proposed ideas include a regional certification acceleration program, digital knowledge hub, smallholder capacity building network, and stronger cooperation on market access, price intelligence platform, and smallholder organization. Indonesia highlighted the importance of financing, replanting support, and productivity management. The BPDP experience showed how targeted support through replanting facilities and infrastructure assistance, human resource development, and research and development can strengthen smallholder productivity without land expansion. Also underscored the need to strengthen sustainability practices, address growing environmental and health concerns associated with global palm oil supply chains, strengthen export competitiveness, and build stronger upstream-downstream linkages so that smallholders can benefit from more value-added activities. Malaysia's presentation emphasized that certification should not only be seen as compliance, but as also an enabler of continuous improvement, market confidence, better management, and sustainable growth. The proposed regional certification acceleration program, digital knowledge hub, and capacity building network could help improve access in training, enhance the capacity, and support smallholders in meeting certification requirements. Thailand's sub-regional proposal further highlighted the potential for IMT-GT to act collectively rather than as 3 separate producers. The proposed components include the alignment of ISPO, MSPO, RSPO, and related sustainability systems, shared price intelligence platform, and an IMT-GT producer platform to give smallholders a stronger collective voice. CPOPC's presentation also showed that regional and international cooperation is essential. Its work on advocacy, sustainability, good agricultural practices, training, and smallholder empowerment initiatives could complement IMT-GT's efforts under the Palm Oil Corporation. So based on this insight, I think there are a few takeaways that can be considered and pursued by IMT-GT under the Palm Oil Corporation. The first, of course, I think touched upon the smallholder empowerment work plan under the work of the PIT that could provide a practical starting point for IMT-GT. So this work plan could serve as a practical framework to consolidate inputs from the webinar, identify priority activities, and guide cooperation among the 3 countries. Another item which was highlighted was a regional certification and traceability initiative, which could be explored to support smallholders in meeting sustainability and market requirements. This may include shared training materials, trainer and auditor exchanges, simplified guidance for smallholders, and possible alignment of relevant certification systems. Another item is, of course, on capacity building and knowledge sharing, which is something that we have constantly been doing, which could be strengthened through a regional digital knowledge hub and practical learning network. This may include good agricultural practices, certification guidance, training videos, case studies, pest and disease information, trainer of trainers, young farmer programs, and exchange among farmer organizations, university certification bodies, and development partners. Fourth, financing, replanting, and productivity improvement could be promoted by drawing lessons from Indonesia's experience as well as other national models. This may cover replanting mechanisms, infrastructure support, intercropping during the unproductive period, access to certified planting materials, improve agricultural practices, and support to increase productivity without expanding cultivated land. Finally, IMT-GT could pursue market access, price resilience, and value-added development as an integrated part of cooperation. So this could include shared market and price intelligence platform, investment promotion, pricing, collective market engagement, stronger upstream downstream linkages, and research collaboration on a number of items that we share. Across all these areas, collaboration with international and regional partners such as CIPOPSI, research institution, certification bodies, development partners, and the relevant technical organizations can be pursued, complement, and strengthen efforts under the IMT-GT cooperation. Such partnerships can support advocacy, technical expertise, market engagement, capacity building, and sustainability compliance. In conclusion, today's webinars provide a strong foundation for IMT-GT to move from discussion to action. Smallholder empowerment should be pursued as an integrated sub-regional agenda that combines productivity, sustainability, market access, innovation, and of course, inclusive rural development. I wish to thank everyone for their inputs and ideas which was shared. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. Kak Kungkap.
Thank you, Mr. Amri, for the excellent summary and for facilitating a productive discussion on the future direction of IMT-GT Corporation in supporting oil palm smallholders. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have come to the end of today's webinar, it is my pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Datuk Razali Muhammad, Chair of the Project Implementation Team on IMT-GT Palm Oil Corporation, to deliver the closing remarks. Yang Berbahagia Datuk, please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Alia. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good afternoon, distinguished collegiate speakers and participants. As we come to the conclusion of the IMT-GT webinar, Oil Palm Smallholder Empowerment, I feel with a deep sense of optimism for the future of our sub-regional palm oil sector. So thank you, Mr. Amri, for your overall summary from our two sessions this morning. Hope we can gain a benefit from this our program. So first, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speakers and moderators from Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries, CIPOPSI. Your comprehensive presentation and the candid insight shared during the moderate discussion has given us a remarkable, clear picture of where we stand today. So I would like to thank the CIMT for their coordination and for providing us with the excellent summary of the key takeaways from today's session. Ladies and gentlemen, today we successfully achieved what we set out to do. The insight gathered today are not just talking points, they are the bedrock of our next phase of work. We will focus heavily on ensuring that our sub-regional framework complement our respective national policies, avoid duplication, and directly tackle the gaps that we cannot solve individually. Our ultimate target remains clear: to build a robust, inclusive, and sustainable ecosystem that protects and empowers the oil palm smallholder who drive our regional economy. Once again, thank you to all participants for your active engagement and valuable contribution. I wish everyone continued success in your respective ministries, organization, and cooperative. With that, I have officially bring the IMT-GT webinar on the Oil Palm Smallholder Empowerment to a close. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dato, for your encouraging remarks and for officially concluding today's program. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the webinar. But before we end the webinar, please, again, I would like to remind you all to scan the QR code that are being shown. Okay, I think, yeah, that one. Or if you cannot scan the QR code, we have put it in our chat box. You can just click on the link there. So after you fill in the evaluation form and also the registration, so it's like a combined into one form, we will send over the certificate as soon as possible. So yeah, so we have now come to the real end of the IMT-GT webinar on Oil Palm Smallholder Empowerment, addressing key challenges and advancing sub-regional cooperation. We've heard many valuable experiences, practical solutions, and even forward-looking ideas that will contribute towards the development of the future of IMT-GT cooperation and the proposed smallholder empowerment work plan. Thank you once again for joining us today. On behalf of the organizers, I would like to extend again our sincere appreciation to all speakers, moderators, participants, and also partners. Have a pleasant day ahead, and we look forward to meeting you again at future IMT-GT programs. Stay safe, and bye-bye.